have an afternoon snack with me as we talk about Sinners. So I haven't seen it. I'm going to see it this weekend though, so no fret. But what I want to talk about is the deal that Ryan Coogler did for the movie. Let's talk about it. So first of all, there was a bidding war for the film, which when you have a bidding war, that means you have several studios that want the film. This gives you major leverage. If you just think about how many movies essentially Ryan Coogler has done since Fruitvale Station, and essentially most of them, if not all of them, have been very successful. Fruitvale Station, Black Panther, The Creeds, all of them have been very, very successful, right? And so with that being said, when it's time for his first really what they're considering original works, there is now a bidding war between the studios about who's going to get it. This is the perfect position to be in, and a part of why he was able to get, in my opinion, such a monumental deal, okay? And so let's just start there. So Warner Brothers wins the deal, right? They're like, all right, cool. We want to win. And when you want to win, guess attorneys like myself, we get carte blanche. We start asking for crazy stuff, like all kind of stuff that you might not normally ask for if you're representing a producer or a talent, depending on where they are in their career level. Because at the end of the day, this is the business, and numbers, again, numbers matter. So because the numbers matter so much, he has the numbers to back him up. He has talent to back him up, and so he again is in this ideal position to make the best deal possible. And his attorneys did their big one, because essentially they can ask for whatever they want. And like, well, I mean, if you ain't gonna give it to us, then somebody else is. And so what's up, right? Okay, so with that being said, Warner Brothers wins this bidding war, right? So what are the key points and what they won in relationship to like what the deal is, okay? So first of all, he got whatever budget he wanted, right? So most of the time as director, producer, you want a budget. If you are a filmmaker, you know how important it is to have the money that you need to bring your creativity to life. So we get carte blanche on like, okay, this is I need a significant budget to really make this do what it do, right? So we get a big budget. The next thing is we get profit participation. Profit participation is chef's kiss, right? Let me not say chef's kiss. It is chef's kiss in most deals, but in this deal, it's not, to me, chef's kiss. I'll tell you what I feel like is chef's kiss in a minute, right? I think this was at his level of success, it was due. What he ended up being able to get was first dollar gross. First dollar gross is a profit participation model that allows talent or directors or producers to say, hey, I want to start participating in the profits of the film as soon as the movie comes out and as soon as it starts making money. I don't care about you making your production budget back. I don't care about your overhead expenses. I don't care about any of that. I want to start making money as soon as the movie comes out and as soon as you all start getting box office monies, right? So with that being said, I think, and I looked it up earlier, the money or what they've grossed thus far, let's see, is several $1 million. Weekend gross, it grossed $48 million domestically and $63 million globally. So he has started making money immediately. He has made money off of the 48 and the 63, right? So beautiful setup. He does not have to wait until they start saying, oh, we finally made the money back, now you can participate, because oftentimes it takes several years for the studio to even confess that, okay, we're finally in the black now, we're no longer in the red from all of our expenses, and now everybody gets to participate. That could be 5-10 years from now, right? Well, no, Ryan's like, no, I get money off top starting immediately. Blessings on blessings, okay? And then finally, this is what chef's kiss. The 25-year reversion on his copyrights. I'm going to say it's unprecedented, but it's not unprecedented, but it is not the norm. And it's pissing these big wigs, C-suite executives off, because it's like, well, you are going to then start a precedent that's what we're going to be able to do. Well, you can't really start a precedent, because what they're really going to do is keep that to a certain group of people who can have that much clout and that much pull. But the beautiful thing about it is the reversion of 25 years of the copyright is basically saying, hey, after 25 years, the copyright reverts back to me. Ryan is quoted in saying in the LA Times, it's a LA Times article that I read, that it was important for him to be able to get the rights back because, let me see, bear with me on. Because essentially a movie about a black man and here it goes. Black men, it's a movie about black men starting their own business in a sharecropping community, and it made sense. So that was the basis of why he felt like it was important for him to get his rights back, which he's valid in doing that. But it is not a deal that is typically done within the studio system. And so it is something that is a major, major accomplishment. Again, like I say, chef's kiss. Now, if I just make it legal, right? Under the copyright law, you have the rights. Reversion is a thing, right? So after 35 years, you can petition, send a termination notice and say, hey, I want my copyrights back, right? And so it is a thing, and you will see in music that lawyers and legacy artists who signed away their rights are starting to ask for those rights back. Now, there is a certain criteria that you have to abide by in order to be able to get those rights back. It is 35 years. It starts at the period of 35 years. In this case, he doesn't have to do that because his is 25 years and it's contractual. So he doesn't have to do the notice issue, the notice situation or anything like that. He doesn't have to wait like that long a period of time. I would even go to say most likely they could have even done it under some form of like a licensing. So now all it is a license for, 25 years, let's say beginning the day, hypothetically, either contract, the effective day of the contract, but most likely it's 25 years starting the day of the release of the film, right? So 25 years from the day of the release of the film is most likely when the reversion will occur, right? Or when they get it back. If it's under a licensing agreement, essentially the license just expires. Now, not sure which one or how it was done, but we do know that 25 years he gets the rights to the film back. Now, with that being said, after that 25-year period, guess what? He can go now license it to other people. He has the rights to license it to, whatever new platforms are out there at that point in time. He also has, rights to make derivative works at that time. So if he wants to do a remake of it at some point, he then has the right to do that, or give somebody else the right to do that, or to make a second part of it. Whatever it is, he now owns the rights to do that. He does not have to go to the studio system and ask them permission in order for him to be able to do that once he gets those rights back. So I think that is a super, super cool deal. Again, it's something that I think Hollywood now, you have people coming out under, not wanting to be, their names not wanting to be mentioned, not really a fan of like exactly how the deal went down. But based on prior success, his relationships and being able to pair him and Michael B. Jordan make such a good team, and they clearly are box office winners having that type of relationship. It's a winning combination, a winning recipe. And so he can bring those two things together and be able to negotiate in that space is absolutely, absolutely amazing. And so I hope as producers and directors and filmmakers, your goal is to get to a point where you have that type of leverage, because having that type of leverage where you have a bidding war going on and now you can basically tell people what you want, and if they don't want to give it to you, you can go get it from somebody else, is a beautiful place to be. But it is, I'm pretty sure it is a very hard place to get to. But I absolutely love the deal. Tell me what you all think in the comments, and y'all have a blessed day.